My mom is a CRNA, so I have been exposed to the profession from an early age. And as I started my undergrad, I didn't think I wanted to be a CRNA, but I did start pursuing nursing. And as I was going through nursing school, advanced practice nursing was really interesting to me. I liked the autonomy, I liked the advanced pathophysiology and pharmacology. And as I began exploring advanced practice nursing a little more, CRNA seemed to be the best fit for me. Um, it allows for a lot of variability. I enjoy that you get to do all different kinds of case types and work in all different kinds of scenarios.
For heaven's sake, keep him awake.
I love that variability about being a CRNA. I love that I can go into a room with 4 lab choles scheduled, and every single one will be a different anesthetic because every patient is different, and they certainly don't follow the textbook. So I love how interesting that is, and that every day is something new to learn.
Right around dawn, every night of every week, he's proving everybody.
I think one of the challenges facing this career is apathy, especially with new grads. I would love to see more people become involved and see the value of involvement with their career, and I think that more people need to be involved if we want to see this career continue to grow and evolve.
Half a mile, we'll see the shore. Captain, how can you be so sure?
So I think work-life balance is really important, and that will change for people as their lives are changing and entering different phases of life. I find work-life balance by pursuing activities that are important to me. I like to find time to go hiking and spend time outside and time with my husband. I'm also in school. I'm getting my DNP, so work-life balance looks a little different for me right now. I spend a lot of time studying. But I still try to find time for self-care and exercise. I also really enjoy spending time with my coworkers outside of work. That lets me connect with them and build those relationships that we don't always have time to build when we're spending a lot of time in the operating room.
Give them all what they came here for. Never been done the same before.
If you're looking into becoming a CRNA, I would really encourage you to shadow and learn more about the profession. Reach out to MANA and speak to different people who work in different parts of the state. But I think that it's a really rewarding career and that it can be a great opportunity for someone who's interested in medicine or nursing but wants to take it to the next step. I would encourage people who are interested in this profession to pursue active and lifelong learning. Try, if you're in nursing, to learn as much as you can about your patient population and why you're taking the steps that you're taking when you're providing care for them. And that's just going to prepare you to start critically thinking and be more prepared when you enter CRNA school. Sure. So mid-year assembly is the spring advocacy meeting that the ANA holds, where CRNAs gather in Washington, D.C. to advocate for our profession and speak with our congressional members. So like you said, I've attended this meeting since I was about 3 months old because my mom was a CRNA and advocacy was really important for her. And I grew up not really understanding her involvement and why we were going to Washington, D.C., but knowing that it was really fun. And as I started to become like elementary and middle school age, I started to ask to become more involved with her. So as she was volunteering with the PAC committee, I would ask to help and stuff envelopes for handouts for members as they would come through. And she helped foster that development, but I also saw passively just how important advocacy was from a young age. And so this meeting has a really special place in my heart. Yeah, so I didn't go to school in Minnesota, so I don't have a good idea of how other people practice in different parts of the state, just since I didn't have those clinical experiences. But I knew I really wanted to live in Duluth for the outdoor environment and work at a level 1 trauma center, which is how I ended up with Essentia Health at St. Mary's. But I really like working with this patient population because we see a lot of people from all over the Northland, and we are kind of the big hospital hub for the Northland. So I think we get to work with a very diverse patient population with some sicker patients and do some interesting cases, but not located in the metro area.
Kick it to me, I can make it better for you. Kick it to me, I can make you better for me.
I think having the mentors that I had with my mom and growing up with this profession, but also as I went into school, Having those mentors showed me how important it was to give back to your community. We're only as strong as the members that choose to give back. So I found that to be really important. And I think it's helpful to give back early on. Depending on your life situation, I have a little more time to give right now. I don't have kids. So I thought it was really important to start early.
But nowadays we headed to the same place, and nowadays we work.
I applied to be a board member only 1 year out of school, so I was a little hesitant to start that process. But I was able to talk to some current board members, especially newer CRNAs who had chosen to be on the board. And I felt encouraged to pursue that opportunity even with being a newer CRNA. I think that having a diverse board gives you a good perspective. It's nice to have that new grad perspective on the board when you're thinking about bigger decisions for the organization. So it's nice to have some diversity in thought, but we also have some board members with more experience, and they provide great mentorship for us as well.
Think it was a good look. No, you get so worried how it could look.
I was born in Kansas City.
Don't it feel okay? I get it bad and it gets better every day.
My favorite food is chicken nuggets and French fries.
And I let in the light. You're gonna get all of me.
I love to read, so I don't know that I have a specific favorite book. I've really enjoyed God of the Woods most recently.
Oh, no, I'm gonna get all of you and none at all.
I like Taylor Swift right now.
You and none at all. I didn't feel it on the first day. But now I got
My husband and I love to go hiking. That's why we really wanted to live in Duluth so that we could be closer to the parks and nature.
and it gets better every day. I didn't think it was a good look.
We have 2 cats, Whiskey and Hendrix.
Don't it feel okay? I get it bad and it gets better every day.
Oh. I was able to go to Australia when I was in middle school, and that was a very memorable vacation for me.
It's got me feeling better every single day. I didn't think it was a good look.
I was an Irish dancer growing up. I still know how to do it, but I don't do it regularly.
I get it bad and it gets better every day. No, no, no.
When you're thinking about getting involved, it can be daunting, or there can be a lot of why should I do this when I've already given all my time and effort to school and put my family through that. But I think there's something that everyone can provide to the organization, whether it's the state or the ANA, no matter what phase of life that you're in. If it's a PAC contribution or a foundation contribution, or if donating's not really your thing, maybe it's volunteering your time, joining a committee, trying out becoming a board member, or even just covering a shift at work for a coworker who wants to be more active in an activity. So I think there's something for everyone to provide. I was a little surprised to be chosen, but I am honored to share my perspective. I think that Chrissy has pointed out that I do a lot of things that most people don't do, but I think that I'm really passionate about what I do, and I'm excited to share that with you guys.